Whoa, hang on. I know you just pressed play and are eagerly waiting to consume this show, but there are a few things we need to go over first. Take note of our album cover displayed on whatever device you choose to listen to the show with. On the lower left side, you'll find an explicit content label. This means we'll be saying the fuck word a lot, and probably a cunt here and there. Also, the information and things we discuss may or may not be accurate. We fact-checked as much as we care to, but this is a comedy podcast meant for entertainment purposes, and it's probably lousy with misinformation. For more legal/disclaimers, check out our website, comedicanrest.com. While there, you can find out who created the music for the show under the credits section. Alright, that's it. Enjoy the fucking show. Carry on.
You're listening to Comedic Unrest.
I'm Michael.
Jason.
We're here to make ourselves laugh, and you get to just listen.
And hopefully corrupt your souls a little bit.
Just a little bit. Or a lot of it.
Very
Whatever
slowly,
happens.
though.
Very slowly. This is episode numero uno.
English. This is America.
Oh, so sorry, senor. Well, I am quarter Hispanic.
Why aren't you cutting the grass?
And you're fucking Cuban, apparently.
Yeah, Cuban.
What do they speak?
The second most successful of
What
all,
do they speak?
of all the Mexicans.
Well, I mean, they are on an island. I guess that kind of helps.
To be fair, the
Right?
Colombians
No?
have their own cash crop, but, you know, we're right up there with goods that can't be imported to America.
Mexico has tequila.
Nobody cares about what Mexico has. It's tainted by all the Mexicans.
Product of Mexico.
Have you ever picked up something and looked at the bottom and it said made in Mexico and went, oh, I must have this. It was made in Mexico.
No. Oh, man. That's hilarious. I have bone to pick with you.
Okay.
I kind of had something that's been bothering me last couple of days.
Last couple of days?
Yeah.
I haven't even seen you in the last couple of days.
I was talking to somebody that we both mutually know,
Okay.
and I'm not going to say their name.
Well, you realize I lie to everyone, right?
But this is from their own perspective, so it's not even something you said.
You realize I'm a prick, right?
Well, you wouldn't be my co-host if you weren't a prick.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't be funny at all. All right, well, get to your point. Point.
And I've technically known you for 14 years, give or take.
Sure, why not?
And there's a lot of years in there where, you know, we didn't even really knew or care that each other existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. An argument could be made for that right now.
We're talking about your parents.
Okay.
And I've never seen your parents. I've never seen a picture of your parents. Apparently your mom's fucking hot.
What? What?
Somebody that we both know said that, oh, have you ever seen Jason's parents? You know, it was because I was driving and then they had the license plate that had your first initial and your last name.
Right.
And I tried to take a picture and I'm trying to drive and have my phone out and I'm like, fuck this, took a shitty picture.
Hey, there ain't any laws against taking photos with your phone and driving. It's about texting and driving.
I'm just not very good at it, apparently. Because I sent you the picture and you're like, what am I looking at? And it was your own dad's truck.
I had an idea of what it was, and I had an idea, but I was like, okay, maybe he just sent me some weird picture. I was like, okay, that does look familiar, but I'm like, this is Mike. This is either from the internet, and I'm not seeing what is really funny.
I don't know how to work my phone.
Yeah.
It's camera. It's the shittiest fucking camera layout.
Okay, so you send me pointless text messages where I'm not supposed to, I can't tell what I'm looking at.
That is true. And so I told that story to somebody that we mutually know.
Uh-huh.
She said, have you ever seen Jason's parents? And I said, no. She's like, well, his mom is really good looking. Really good looking. In my head, I'm like, really? Because that's not how I picture your mom at all. No offense.
Well, I think it's balanced out because my dad looks like Homer Simpson. I'm not kidding.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now you have to show me a picture at some point of your
I'll have to find a picture
strange parents
of
and your
them.
hot mom. Well, I'm already since I heard that, I'm like, I want to fuck your mom.
Fuck you.
What?
You son of a bitch.
I'm just saying, I never knew that your mom was hot. I was kind of... I thought you were an Indian, for one. So I imagined this native chick that possibly a little on the larger side and doesn't deal with alcohol very well.
No, that's my dad.
Your dad's an Indian?
No.
Is he Cuban?
No, he is German, so he's got
Nazi in
alcohol.
him?
I don't know, maybe. All Germans are Nazis. You can't escape that. It's tainted the whole race.
Yeah.
You try and kill off another race,
Yeah.
you are perpetually known as that
Forever.
forever.
It's like
You could be born in Australia, and if
There's
you're
not very
German-
many people out there named Adolf these days.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know.
But, I mean, why didn't you ever tell me?
Well, she's my mom.
Still?
And why would I tell your
Because
mom guy?
you never forget your first pussy. And your mom is essentially your first pussy.
That is way twisted. Wow. No. No. I don't know. Well, one, never really thought of my mom as hot, and I'm a little disturbed that you would even consider that, so it kind of makes me wonder how you feel about your mom.
No, nothing like that. I don't know, the image I had of your mom before I knew... I still don't know what she looks like, so
Well, I
who
know.
fucking knows? This is like
So
somebody's
what are you
version
picturing,
of-
old Megan Fox or something?
When I masturbate, yes.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Okay. Okay.
Just, spill a little baby batter on my fucking keyboard.
Wow. Is that why all those emails have like those long stretches of J's in
Yeah,
it?
my J's don't work very well. They're like, wow, he really likes the letter J. If I had known this before, I would have made moves, man.
You're
I would have
such
been
an
right now. I would be your dad, and every holiday would be awkward because I would make you call me dad, and I would take away your presents. I'd sit at the head of the table, and be like, "Boy."
So this is exactly why I must have never told you. I don't know. You are the go-to your mom guy, so...
That's true, I am partial
I
to your
mean-
mom jokes.
I mean, there's...
I did tell your mom joke to a guy whose mom died 3 days before.
No, yeah, I remember this story. And no, go ahead. Continue
So
on.
as soon as I told him the your mom joke, the look in his eyes, I realized what happened. I was like, oh fuck, his mom's dead.
You just contextualize moments after you deliver the blow.
And then I was like, shit. And so I pulled him aside and I'm like, alright, instead of making the argument of, oh man, I'm not going to do your mom jokes to you anymore because that would be unrealistic. And
Yeah.
unfair to me. Really. Why should I have to change just because...
Why should I be penalized because this prick's mom died?
Well,
Wow.
yeah. So I come up with this argument on the fly. It was just like right out of my head. I'm like, look, when I say your mom, I don't mean your mom. I mean the world's mom. And he kind of looks at me and he goes, oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. And then walks off and is cool with it. And I was like thinking, how the fuck did that work?
Way to not take responsibility for any of the wrongdoings you had just done or make any promises to change.
Again, unrealistic. What should I change?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess I get it. It is unrealistic because, you're always your mom. So, I mean, that would be harder to quit than, like, smoking, I think, for you.
Oh, for sure, yeah. It was like automatically.
I think-
Today at work, we have cinnamon twists.
Yeah.
And so we were making the
sugar and shit that goes
the
inside.
sugar and the water that goes together, the drizzle.
Oh, the syrup. The frosting.
And the guy I was working with is like, hey, are you good at making this white stuff? And I'm like, only on your mom's face. And shit like that just comes out.
So how could you possibly even ask me the question, why did you not tell me your mom is hot?
Well, you put it that way, that's true. I don't know, like, she's never come in and visited you at work, and she's never, I've never seen her.
That's not
involved.
true.
You don't strike me as the kind of person that has a mother.
What, like I was fucking hatched from an egg or something?
Or abandoned. Would probably be more likely.
Oh, yeah, he must have been orphaned.
You kind of remind me of an orphan.
Awesome.
I mean, just how much you hate the world around you.
Have you seen the world around me?
Oh, it's fucked. The more I learn, the more I'm like, Jesus Christ. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
It's bad.
That's why I don't even watch the news anymore. The news is fucking depressing, man. And it's
Well, I'm so desensitized that when I watch the news, I laugh.
Well, you
I'm
have
like,
to.
we're watching comedy now?
You have to, otherwise you just fucking go nuts.
You would go nuts for sure. Or depressed and
you turn
like,
into one
we
of
all
those
kill
people.
yourselves.
What is it, agoraphobe, sociophobe? You just never leave your fucking house. You'd be like afraid of wide open spaces, afraid of confined spaces. Turn into one of those conspiracy theory nuts.
I just choose to lock myself in my room and play video games all day.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's a lifestyle choice.
Yeah. That is motivated by sloth and gluttony and not by fear, which makes it okay.
Which does make it okay.
That's what was it? All those people were getting busted for their job interviews and shit for stuff they uploaded on fucking Facebook and shit.
Yeah, I've heard of people job interviews. The interviewer will flip around a computer and say, "Pull up your Facebook. I want to see what's on your front page."
Yeah.
That's when you're like, "Oh, this job's not for me."
Yeah.
Even though I don't.
I'm
post
highly
that much bad
qualified
shit.
and it's tailor-made for my degree. I can't get it because of Facebook.
Oh, I don't have one.
Yeah.
There's that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just crazy. And
Yeah.
speaking of your mom.
She's not on Facebook.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you have to get your bait material somewhere else, asshole.
Fair enough. Well, there's always my dreams.
And old Megan Fox.
Old Megan Fox. Is she Cuban?
No.
Who's a Cuban actress that's hot?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't think
All
many
you're good for is
Cubans
rolling
go.
cigars, you fuck.
Well, what's his name? Freaking Desi Arnaz. He was Cuban. He was a pioneer of fucking television sitcoms or whatever. The guy who was married to Lucille Ball, Ricky.
Oh, yeah.
Ricky. He was apparently he was fucking had it together. He was the guy who used like multiple cameras on set and shit.
Yeah.
So
He did something.
yeah, he actually did something.
He escaped the iron fist of Cuba.
Cuba.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's definitely on the list of places in the world I would never visit. Ever.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't go there either.
And you're from there.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, literally from there, but down the line, somebody in your fucked up lineage
Yeah.
was in Cuba.
Yeah. That's
And they
true.
decided it was fucked up, and so they left.
Yeah. That's why I live here now.
Yeah. What's that kid's name? Do you remember in the 90s, that kid that, like, fucking swam from Cuba or took a raft? Emmanuel or...
Oh, the kid who was...
and then there was a big custody battle. And he
yeah,
had, like,
adoption or whatever.
over.
Yeah, they were...
You're that fucking kid, aren't you?
No,
What's his name?
I don't remember.
Well, that's getting edited out.
Well, I don't know. I remember, because somebody was in the States and somebody was in Cuba, and they were arguing over...
He's like, fuck. Yeah, they're arguing.
about...
And then,
custody.
why the fuck did we give him back? That's crazy.
We gave him back?
I thought so.
Oh.
You know,
You
I don't know what I'm talking about here, so...
Clearly. I
don't even know the fuck's name, but it was like he only had a first name.
Oh. Jose?
Yeah, no, that's further west.
Oh.
Than Cuba.
Desi?
No, it was like something like Manny or Manuel.
Yeah,
or,
Manny.
maybe?
Manuel.
Manuel.
It could be. But that could be further west as well. I don't know.
Manny, huh.
Yeah. Either way, it doesn't really matter because apparently he's not here anymore.
Exactly. By the way, he kind of, after the 90, or after that whole thing, like, people were like, well, that happened. Let's go away. It just went away.
Yeah.
Nobody cared anymore. I remember it being a big thing.
Yeah, it was
But
a
I
big
remember not caring at all.
thing. Yeah, it was a big thing because it had to do with kids, I guess.
Yeah, where he's like, I want to... Oh, that's not a Cuban accent at all.
I don't even know what a Cuban accent is. Or whatever his fucking laugh was.
Let's just say he speaks shitty Mexican. It's like,
Whatever.
I want to stay in America.
Didn't he want to go
love
back? I don't know. This is
America.
a terrible news story.
All right,
Fucking
fuck
outdated.
this. All right. Speaking of your mom,
Oh, shit.
I got a phone call at work today.
Oh, Jesus.
Pick it up, do my spiel. You know, thank you for calling so-and-so pizza. And it was either a 12-year-old boy or a young adult female.
Okay.
Either way, it sounded, I don't know, you can't really tell at that age.
Right.
It
So it
said...
sounded like a air quotes girl playing Call of Duty online.
Yes. So it was some 12-year-old boy. After I said my spiel, he said, "Your mom was good last night." Click. And I just sat there and was like, I just got pranked. And I was like, well, you can't even call that a prank. That was a poor attempt at trying to prank someone. It was probably one of the poorest attempts at a prank. A phone prank. I was like, all right, well, great. I'm glad she performed well last night. That's all. Dad, stop calling me at work.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's been a while since I've been pranked. It's been... Actually, alright, so there's this prank that Howard Stern and some other guy did this bit where they called up a Chinese food restaurant.
Uh-huh.
And they ordered a bunch of stuff.
Right.
They're like, oh, hey, my wife just walked in, or my girlfriend just walked in. Can you hang on 1 second? I'm gonna get her on the phone, and can you repeat back the order just in case there's something I missed? She can add it on there.
Right.
And he's like, oh, okay, I hold.
Yeah.
And so put her on hold. They call up another Chinese food restaurant. They're like, hey, the lady did the spiel. Is like, oh, what you want? What you want to order? Take out? Delivery? Yeah. And then
right.
So at the moment of like the point of ordering, they connect the two lines together, and then but right before they go, okay, go ahead and read it, and then at that point they click them together.
Right.
So one Chinese food place is ordering from another Chinese food place, and then when at the end of it, all confusion and hell break out because they're like, what time you want to pick up? And she's like, no, what time you want to pick up? She's like, no, you pick up. It's just like, they ended up just like, 10 minutes, okay? Click. And hung up. But somebody tried that with us at the pizza place.
Somebody actually tried to...
They were trying to connect us, and then the girl that was working up front kind of realized what was going on, like, rather quickly, because these people had no idea what
They're
they
holding
were doing.
phones upside down to another one.
And then the lady's like, this is blank pizza place. And she's like, well, this is blank pizza place. She's like, okay. And then one of them hung up, and then she came up to me and was like, the weirdest thing just happened to me. Like, so I got connected to blank pizza place.
Yeah.
I started laughing because a month before this, somebody showed me this audio file of this happening.
Oh, right.
The prank thing. And I remember I was like, that is fucking genius. Just the point of, like, connecting, especially, like...
It loses its luster without the funny accents, I gotta say.
Well, no, and that's the next point I was going to make, is that when you have the confusion of foreigners trying to speak English, broken English at that...
To another foreigner.
Another foreigner doing it. It's funny. Do you have a best prank that you've ever been pranked at? Or...
No.
Have you ever pranked anybody?
Not really. There was only one, but and it was lame. It was like they wanted a pepperoni pizza with no pepperoni, and I was like, oh, so clever. So you want a cheese pizza? And they're like, no, I want a pepperoni pizza with no pepperoni. Idiot. And they hung up, and I was like, okay,
well, that was clever.
You wasted 2 minutes of my life, but
yeah,
nothing real exciting like that, I don't think.
No.
See, but I'm not big on pranks, or at least prank calls, because it's like, like Crank Anchor stuff is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But
to a point.
Like when you work in a restaurant and somebody pranks you, it's kind of like you have to go all the way in order for it to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Or, because, you have to actually have the pizza delivered somewhere to somebody who's not expecting it, for it to actually become comical. Because when you're on the make side of the counter, it's just more work for you to fucking do, There's no payoff.
The best pranks that I've seen were from, like, potential, quote, customers. They were from internal, like us pranking each other.
Oh, yeah.
So we would, like, go outside and call, on our cell phones or whatever, and call the store.
Oh, right,
and then
right.
just do, like, ridiculous stuff. And that's the best, because these people, you can push their buttons and see how they're going to react. But there's an art form to it. There's, because these kids were trying to prank each other, but they were trying to go way obscure.
Yeah.
And trying to make these huge, messed up orders. And I'm like, no, man. The art is to make it just big enough, the order big enough to piss someone off, to be like, this is fucked up, but not big enough to be like, this can't be right.
Right.
Or the stuff can't be, too obscure.
I don't want a triple anchovy and garlic pizza.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, really? Really? You want a triple and anchovy? Yeah.
In anchovies, we used to be really mean to each other. Really mean. Especially with anchovies and jalapenos.
Yeah.
Like if you left your cup sitting out.
Yeah.
You learn to, like, I never drink anything that has left my sight or hands. Because you would sip on something and then you're like,
That's a
all of a
lesson-
sudden sardine oil's in my Coke or Pepsi or whatever.
That's a lesson that every woman should learn.
Fair enough.
So really, we were helping young women of America.
Yeah. Except, we worked with all guys.
There was a couple of broads that worked there for a while.
Yeah, but they tend to not get involved in the pranks.
No, not unless
But
you
it's
openly
good to have a little estrogen in a place. Because, when you have all guys there, it's fucked up. It's bad. But you
How do
need,
you
like, a
feel
little
about
bit of a
full
balance.
frontal male nudity.
Or the oven mitts. We would take pan spray
Oh, you're right.
and spray inside the oven mitts and the next person that put them on.
Right. Yeah.
What's the... Aside from phone pranks, what's the biggest prank you've ever pulled?
I've ever pulled. Wow.
I generally just like fucking with people. I was a really fucked up kid. Like,
yeah, you were
not
an
even then. I was
instigator.
like 18. I was 20 years old, and I was still like going out and egging with my little cousin and like showing him how to egg and get away with like egg people's houses and shit. Which is just fucked. I think about that now, like just the destructive shit that I've done, and I know that when I have a house and I go out there and my yard's all fucked up or my house is covered in eggs, I clearly have it coming to me.
Yeah.
There's not gonna be any anger. I'm gonna go, okay, well, here's the flip side.
This is payback.
I mean, I don't do that shit anymore, not as much. I wouldn't go out and egg anybody, but I would still fuck with people if I can.
Yeah.
Anyways, do you have anything you've ever gotten away with?
Well, I got tons of shit that I got away with, but I don't know if any of it's really entertaining on a prank type level. No, I was always kind of a real kind of like instant gratification sort of thing. Like, I never had the drive to like set something up and hide and wait to see what would happen. Like I was just
You're
like
think, do.
yeah,
do.
yeah. I was like, it'd be really funny if this person had a face full of flour. 2 seconds later, the flour would be leaving my hand and landing on their face, and I'd be laughing. Wouldn't even have time to put my hand down and lift it back up to point because I just
What you
leave
should have
it
done
there.
is had a glass of water in one hand, flour in the other, throw the water at their face, and then the flour.
Yeah, that would have been better.
Yeah. Either way, nobody wants flour in their face.
No.
Either way.
No, but
I'm more of like me and my brother, we're planners. Like
Yeah.
if we do something, we think it out, we come up with every single contingency plan that we can, an escape, an excuse, if this happens, if we get separated, every single detail we can think of, and then execute.
well, that's good. At
But
least
I mean,
you can
we
have
rarely got
premeditate-
caught with stuff.
That's good. Well, when you do get caught, at least you can have premeditated added onto your charges.
Exactly. Or what a conspiracy.
Yeah, conspiracy too.
Well, they conspired. They planned it out.
Yeah.
Well, you put it that way. This is all getting edited out. You don't have anything big?
I'm trying to
Come
think.
on. I got a big one.
I'm trying to think, and it's just like I said, I never planned anything. It was just like smash and grab, man.
Yeah.
Smash and grab. It was never. I don't have the patience for that.
Well,
sort
when
of
I
thing.
do that kind of like the smash and grab kind of thing, because I have my best friends in high school, he got a hold of some M80s,
Yeah.
and we were driving around in his Jeep.
Oh,
Or
good.
Jeep,
Good.
I don't know if he had a Jeep then. We were driving around, and I think he had a pickup. And we were driving around, and like his destructiveness is more just not just think and do, not think, plan, do.
Right.
Which is I'm think, plan, do. When I go think and do, I'm on edge because there's the open-ended possibilities of what can happen are out there, and it's like holy fuck. And I mean, like we established, I'm a instigator. I'm more of like, I'll plan it out. I'll help you come up with all the details. I'll give you all the great ideas, but you have to go out and execute. So in that respect, I kind of prodded him in these ways. But so he had these M80s saved up, We drove around town, just
Right.
randomly. We'd hit one neighborhood, throw M80s in mailboxes.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know if I should be saying this. So he puts a... All right.
You can't backtrack now, man.
That's true. True. This is like 14 years ago.
You
This is when I was like 6.
Well, listen here, Mr. Planner. You should have looked up what statute
Yeah,
of
the statute of
limitations is on this sort of thing.
Well, this may or may not be a true story. So we may or may not have been driving around.
Allegedly.
We allegedly drove around, and he would put them in people's mailboxes, and
He
we'd
would.
watch it. I never touched them. This is the little instigation part. I'll be there. I'll even drive the goddamn truck. I'll be the getaway driver, but I won't be involved in any of the dirty work. Where he kind of lost it for me, like the funness, because we did it, and like I knew it was kind of a federal crime then, and I'm like, this is fucked up.
Right.
Because you would do it, and then you would see the mailbox, like, both ends kind of blow out.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
Oh, yeah.
I have a better one than this.
Oh.
This is the unplanned prank. Well, we're driving around, there's some fucking kid on a skateboard, and he lights it, and rides up to the kid on the skateboard and throws it down at him. That's where I was like, this is not good. I'm going to jail tonight.
Okay. Wow. So vandalism. You're a vandal.
I'm a vandal, apparently. Or was.
Or allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh, God. It didn't really happen. This is all
Allegedly.
fake.
I ran into a house once.
You ran into a house?
Yeah.
How?
In my car.
Well, I thought you were just taking a stroll and just weren't looking.
Oh, well, I was on the clock, too, which is probably even
Oh,
worse.
delivery driver?
Allegedly.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I was a delivery driver, and I wasn't really...
At least he didn't hit somebody's dog.
Yeah. Okay, so it was winter, and the roads were getting slick, and, I didn't even get my driver's license until I was, like, 18, because I didn't fucking need to, because I always made everybody else drive me around. So...
How were you a delivery driver at 17 and not get your license till 18?
Well, I mean, it was close enough to 18, I guess.
All right, go ahead. I'm going to poke holes in your story.
Well, whatever. Here's the thing. I was driving around. It was literally like my second to third week of working. So, being a little inexperienced, being on the roads, I decided, oh yeah, I'll see how the car handles, and, I wanted to do some cookies in the parking lot and shit like that, but, I couldn't because I was busy working. So I got on this stretch of abandoned road that was like, it was in a neighborhood, but there weren't cars parked on the side of the street, everywhere was dark. I was coming back from a delivery. It's like, okay. And so I decided to stomp on the brake just to see what would happen,
Yeah.
And so kind of get a little bit of that fishtail and see if I couldn't spin a cookie real quick. Well, it kind of went bad. So I hit the brakes and I'm like, oh, and it just broke loose. I was like, oh shit, and I did the whole overcorrect and the overcorrect. And
Inexperienced driver.
yeah, I don't know why. But anyways, so I did the swerve thing and I ended up heading straight for this fire hydrant.
Yeah.
And I see it. And I'm like, oh shit.
You just imagine those in the movies where the water sprays
Yeah, where it
out.
just, like fucking Old Faithful, some fucking straight geyser or whatever. I'm like, oh, this is, and time slowed down,
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit.
That's weird because I've gotten in a wreck like that, but it was in the snow.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I could swear time went slow. And it almost seemed like an out of body experience. It was weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead. This is your story.
It was kind of fucked. The fire hydrant, I zero in on that. I'm like, oh shit. And so I'm like stomping on the brakes and I'm trying to, like, it felt like it did all these different things, but like nothing happened.
Yeah.
The car didn't change trajectory or whatever. It literally just kept doing. And so I swear to God, it must have been within 6 to 8 inches of this fire hydrant. Pivoted around this fire hydrant. Never hit the fire hydrant. Just, it slid and then just spun around the fire hydrant, and then I was going horizontally in my car.
Yeah.
And I didn't even feel the curb or anything. It just went, whole side of my car slammed into the broad side of this house.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I could feel the vibration in the house. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, shit. Like I said, it was my second or third week of driving. And I'm like,
was anybody home?
Well, I sat there like an idiot and waited for a second, like, oh man, this is going to be bad. What do I do, And, I sat there for a second and no lights came on. And I was like looking to see if anybody was coming running out of the house or anything. Nothing. So I revved up, started the car up and took off.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then, I went to work and I got all my shit done real fast.
Yeah, I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
And then I was driving through, downtown on the one-ways.
Yeah.
And, late at night, I don't know if it still happens, but late at night they'd stop.
After 9 o'clock,
they'd stop functioning.
Start flashing. They do flashing red lights, so all the lights are stops instead of the
stop
traffic
signs
lights,
Well, they stopped functioning as regular traffic lights, and they were doing the flashing.
I wish your mom would flash me.
Fucker. And so it wasn't quite that late, but for some reason my brain was so scrambled that I was like, I stopped at a red light and just took off at a red light because I was just like, oh no, I have to put as much distance between me and that house as possible.
Just go spend the night out in the woods.
And my buddy's like, whoa, what are you doing? And I'm like, what? And he's like, oh, they're not flashing yet. It's like, oh, well, we're fine. But yeah,
survived that one.
That's not really
That never came back on you, though? The trap?
No.
Oh, fuck it,
No.
You're just not a prankster then.
I
used to try to set traps for you at work.
Yeah.
I always tried to set up flour, to where when you open the door in the morning, because you're the first one,
yeah,
the flour would fall on you, but I could never rig it quite right.
Right.
And then Amanda used to she would literally
she tried
try
to kill
you. And
yeah.
we'll talk about that more. I want her on the show for sure.
Oh, okay.
Because she already said she'll do it.
Yeah.
She's about to pop the fucking kid.
Yeah.
I've been talking to people. We're going to have some guests here on some later episodes.
Yeah. I don't know. That's probably the most legitimate.
So you're not a prankster.
Of vandalism that I have, and that wasn't even really intentional, but it was big, and I did get away with it.
Nice. There you go. It's scary when you do the damaged property. I'm going to tell you a story about my wreck, and then don't let me forget my prank story.
Okay.
Because I have the biggest prank I've ever pulled off. It was amazing.
It was amazing.
I don't know. I don't want to set it up and it'd be like, oh, that was stupid.
Yeah.
Well, it was a great night.
That encompasses the podcast in general, I think.
Exactly. Well, it is what it is.
Okay, so your car wreck.
I buy a VW Bug, a red one, from my grandpa.
You wrecked a Bug? How fast could you
even
get that thing up to?
If you're listening to my fucking story.
All right.
I bought it from my grandpa, and I'm not a very good person. Kind of.
Obviously.
We're going to set up payment plans, and I think I gave him, the first payment, and then I never paid him anything again. I wasn't very good at that kind of stuff, which I'm getting better at.
General adult responsibility.
Yeah. Now I'm like, well, I should probably pay the shit that I owe. Getting there. So anyway, that's besides the point.
Okay.
So I get it. It's over the other side of the mountain.
Okay.
And it was winter.
Oh, okay.
So I pick it up, and after hanging out in town, I pick it up and I drive it home. So I'm going over the pass.
Okay.
And it's about, normally it takes 2 hours to get back into town.
Okay.
It took me 4.5 hours. This fucking thing didn't have any heaters in it. I had a tape deck. And so I think I was listening to Sublime, and I think I had a Dave Matthews tape and Sublime the whole time. So for 4 hours, I alternated 2 tapes over and over.
So you were queer for 50% of the time.
Aw, come on. You don't like Sublime?
Oh, wow. I take it back. 100.
Oh, shit. And so I take a blanket, and that's the only thing keeping me warm. I'm going up the side of the mountain. All of this blizzard hit. It's just snowy as fuck.
This is a stick shift, right?
Yes, stick shift.
Manual.
And so I'm going slow as fuck going up this mountain. There's snow all over the goddamn road, and going up. And people are passing me the whole fucking time. So it took me over twice as long as it normally takes.
Right.
So I survived this whole entire fucking trip. I get into town. I head over to my girlfriend's house at the time.
Uh-huh.
And she lives kind of the outskirts of town.
Right. Was it blizzarding here as well?
There was snow on here. Not that. I mean, a little bit. I think the roads are kind of clear-ish.
I imagine the pass was a lot worse.
The pass is crazy because you're up in the mountains. But as soon as you get onto dropping down the other side, the roads kind of clear up. There's some black ice out there, but I survived this whole fucking trip. 4 goddamn hours.
White knuckled.
All right, so essentially I've owned this car for like 5 hours.
Right.
Go see my girlfriend, and then leave her house to go meet up with my brother and our friends 3 blocks away from her house. I hit black ice, literally spin around in circles, and it's kind of like pinball or ping pong. Ping pong! I slide on one side, I hit a tree, which caused me to slip. It was still icy, so I hit the tree, which made me bounce back, and then I kept spinning. I hit a mailbox, took out this whole mailbox, and it's outside of town, so it's like a row of mailboxes.
It's everybody's mailbox.
Yeah, it's everybody's
on one
fucking
post.
mailbox. Okay. I knocked that son of a bitch over, and then it pushes me. I'm still sliding all the way to the other side of the street, and I'm in a ditch. And it starts snowing some more, and I'm like, fuck. I get out, and I mean, they're light. These cars are light.
Yeah.
Little cars. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm in this ditch, and I'm trying to fucking push it out, and I can't get it out. I can't quite get it out of this ditch. And then this
is before cell phone era.
This is well way before cell phone
right,
era.
Okay.
Yeah, they were abundant. I mean, people had them. The rich people had them.
Oh, right.
These big brick phones.
Right.
I sure as hell didn't have a cell phone. So I'm out in the middle of fucking nowhere. I'm like, shit, and it's starting to snow. And I'm trying to get myself out of this ditch. I'm pushing, trying to steer out, and I can't do it. This nice family stops.
Oh, shit.
And they get out, they're like, oh, are you okay? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm fine. And they're like, hey, you need some help? I'm like, yeah, I just need a little push. And they get out, and they help me push the car up out of the ditch. They don't notice the mailboxes on the other side of the street.
Right.
I get in the car, and I'm like, oh, thank you guys so much. Like, oh, that was so awesome. You know, I would have been here forever.
Right.
And they're like, God bless. And
then they go to check their mail.
They're like, you son of a bitch. I turn the key and I start going, and I just take the hell off. I didn't even go.
Right.
Like, there was a house in front of where the mailboxes were.
Right.
Where, I mean, if they were watching, they could have watched my whole struggle. And they watched me hit and run. I took off. I didn't even try to set up the mailboxes again. I was the fuck out of there.
Well, what were you going to do, though? I mean, if you hit it in the middle of the winter, you snap that post.
You, of all people, know that I'm not a very responsible person. Or, I'm responsible for myself.
Unless I'm in trouble.
Unless I'm in trouble, and then it's anything I can to escape. That was fucked up.
Yeah.
And I wrecked that thing so bad. I didn't have it for very long. I literally destroyed it to the point where it wouldn't work. Shit. And I gave it back to my grandpa. Yeah.
Wow.
Not cool. I mean, I have all people realize that that's not cool.
Yeah.
I still owe him money.
So that whole bit about, I should probably pay.
Well, let's not get crazy because I'll be poor forever.
Should pay for the stuff that I owe.
I still have friends in high school that I still. My ex-girlfriend that I met that night, I still owe her money.
Yeah. I bet she's willing to take the debt just for you being out of her life.
Oh, it's not very much. Well, I mean, that's a small price to pay. She got it easy.
When you
I have to live with myself.
When you compare it to other girlfriends I've had, she got off light.
Yeah. For sure.
So you want to tell me about this prank that was epic, supposedly?
Epic. My brother, and he's in a lot of my fucked up stories because he's as fucked up as I am.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a week before Halloween.
Okay.
And, we wanted to do something to
commemorate.
Yeah, exactly. We're like, all right, how can we fuck this up for everyone? So we decided that we're like, okay, the weekend before Halloween is the best time to do pranks. Because if you're out and about doing messed up shit on Halloween, that's when the cops expect it.
Right.
And so we're just using psychology on this whole thing.
So it's the rationale of, I'm going to go smoke weed in the police's parking lot because they're out stopping crime elsewhere.
I mean, the parking lot, that's a little crazy. 2 blocks away would have been... Or they should have parked around the corner and they would have been fine.
Okay.
The people that smoking weed, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
They might as well they should have been leaning, they might as well have gotten out of their cars and leaned up against the building, smoking like Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, just right next to the front door.
Just right next to the front door.
Okay, so you've rationalized the weekend before Halloween is the best time to pull a prank.
The best time. We're like, okay, we want to do something fucked up, but not on Halloween because there's more cops out on the road.
Not to mention more witnesses.
Oh, and all the little bastards going out getting their fucking candy and their shitty fucking costumes that their parents shoddily made.
Yeah, well, you know.
That's just my own personal experience.
Free candy.
I've seen some good. Exactly. One time we went trick-or-treating the day after Halloween. Oh, fuck yeah. We went door to door around the neighborhood. We came back with a bag of candy, and most people got a kick out of it. They're like, oh, all right, yeah, let me see what I can find. You know, and they gave me, they dumped a bowl of their leftover candy. It's smart. The day after Halloween. The parents that are like, oh, my kids don't eat all this candy.
So you were stealing candy from kids, literally.
In a roundabout. Well, I was a kid at the time, but yes.
You were literally stealing candy from babies.
Awesome. From babies. They don't eat candy. Sure, I'm a fat guy. I need it more than they do.
I was helping save their teeth.
Exactly. And not to mention, that was a plus side for diabetes. I saved them. Dentistry and diabetes.
I took that bullet for them.
I have diabetes.
Diabetes.
I'm diabetes. Yeah. Then again, I am quarter Mexican. Kind of comes with the territory. Oh, that'd be type 1.
Oh.
Anyways.
We're wrecking your story here. Go ahead.
So we decide that we had 2 pickup trucks.
Okay.
Each pickup truck had a CB radio.
Okay, yeah.
So we decide that we split up in 2 teams. There was 6 or 7 of us, which is dumb. When you do shit like this, small groups, small trusted groups is the way. I'm not saying you should go out and do messed up stuff, but if you do it, the more people you have involved, the more chance somebody's going to talk and you're going to get in trouble.
Keep it small. Keep it tight. Keep it tight. Yeah, you don't. It's not infantry. It's special forces.
Yeah, you need a special ops team.
Yeah,
not the whole goddamn army.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
So we decide that we are gonna drive around town and we're gonna steal pumpkins.
Right.
But the rules are they can't be carved pumpkins and they can't be painted pumpkins. So it's for all the lazy fucks out there that just buy a pumpkin and they put it out there.
Okay.
So we hit every single corner of town.
Right.
We literally fill up both trucks with pumpkins.
Holy shit.
And we're driving around at one point, we'd park, on the side street, and then we would just, 2 or 3 of us kind of run off in the dark, and then come back with handfuls of pumpkins and throw it in the back of the truck.
Okay.
And we were collaborating over CB, which is probably dumb in itself.
Yeah.
The days of cell phones, that's probably the way to go.
Yeah.
Or if you do a tight group, you're not even going to need that.
Yeah.
But
some shitty walkie-talkies probably.
So we go around and if you think of the pumpkins that are carved and painted,
yeah,
somebody put effort into that.
Right.
Some kid or something put effort into that. And I'm not completely heartless. I'm not going to go out and I've never been one to go smash pumpkins just for the hell of it. I'm chaotic, but I'm not that. I'm chaotic good. If you were going to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Wow.
Or RPG.
So there is
chaotic neutral. Chaotic good? I don't know. Someone geekier than me will understand.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, but there's a purpose.
Well, as much as we plan stuff out, we didn't think that far ahead.
Okay.
So we're sitting here, and when the pumpkins are starting to go over the bed of the truck, where people are driving by,
that's a lot of fucking pumpkins.
You
got a shit ton of pumpkins.
A shit ton of pumpkins, and we're like, we realize that we shouldn't be on the road anymore because anybody passing by is going to go, that's a lot of pumpkins. Why do
Yeah.
they have so many pumpkins?
They're gonna
And
think
then-
you went out in front of a grocery store and like emptied the bin or something.
What
yeah.
store did you come from, boy?
Right.
So we're like, all right, we need to unload these pumpkins. Where are we going to unload them?
So you created a problem for yourself.
Exactly. I mean, we were like, oh, this is a great idea. Let's go out and do it. Set up everything except for where we're going to dump all these pumpkins.
Right.
So
Too
one
bad
of
you
the
didn't have any
guys...
more of those M80s.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Yeah.
Just piled them all together. Just blew them all up. This is cooler.
Okay.
So one of the guys in our group, he was pissed off at this chick that he was trying to hook up with. Like, this chick like flipped on him and became like a bitch.
Okay.
So he's like, we're gonna go fucking dump it in her yard.
Like all of them?
Every single one. So we drive up to this chick's house.
Right.
And it's not even her house. She has parents and stuff.
Right.
We're all still in high school.
Yeah.
We drive up and the neighborhood's dark. We start... Each one of us is counting the pumpkins that we pick up and throw, but there's every single one of us just chucking them in her yard, all over the driveway, just covering. You throw, smash.
Right.
I think we counted 76 pumpkins. I remember the 70 being the number.
Right.
It was like 70, upper 70.
So you just...
That's the point that we stopped.
Oh,
And we
shit.
stopped because all of a sudden, a light turned on at the house. The light turned on at the house. We were like, oh, fuck. And we all jump in the car and, like, because we had drivers in there that were ready to go
waiting to
just
go,
in case.
yeah.
So, like, we literally dove in the back of the truck and drove off.
On top
And
of
we
the
were
rest
just
of the...
chucking pumpkins out the back as we're going, just getting rid of all the evidence.
So you're leaving a breadcrumb trail.
Yeah, when we were going, we were just leaving out, and then
Oh.
eventually ran out. But we probably had, like, 80-something pumpkins, 90 pumpkins.
Wow.
2 truckfuls.
Wow.
And
That's way worse than TPing somebody's
that
house.
is way worse, because kind of like creep by like the next day or something, just kind of like go around the corner,
Right.
and you just see their whole family out there cleaning it up, and you're like, oh no. But we got away with it. Nobody got caught. Nobody got in trouble. Prank successful.
Nice.
Can you call that a prank? Just random destruction. What would you call it? Mayhem? That would be a great Project Mayhem, but they
Yeah.
would have probably taken all the pumpkins, especially the carved ones.
Yeah.
They would have probably, like, taken the ones that weren't carved and, like, carved dicks in the side of them.
Yeah.
And then leave them on the porch and,
Yeah, all
like, with a candle lit.
pristine. Yeah.
A couple of balls.
Yeah, it broaches on vandalism and, I mean,
Definitely
it's
vandalism.
way worse than TPing somebody's house, so that's, I'd consider that a prank, probably.
Yeah. But, I mean, none of us knew what we were, like, where we were going to
Oh, you never know what you're doing when you're a kid. You're just going through the motions and hoping that you don't get caught.
Oh, we sure as hell didn't. That was another night that we should have gone to jail for.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had way too many nights where I literally had the thought that, well, I'm going to jail tonight. This is awesome.
Yeah, well, at least,
But I've never been to jail. So there we are.
don't worry, there's time.
Well, I mean, I'm not... I've kind of calmed down.
Yeah.
That's why I'm telling other people how to do this.
Well, good.
But if
then.
you do it, it's not my fault.
Well, no,
Here's
it
your
is.
disclaimer.
They, you'll get cited as a, reference.
In a courtroom, this is going to be played.
Yeah, once somebody gets caught
These
for
people are
something.
bad influences.
Yeah, once somebody gets caught for doing something that you suggested to do, you'll be summoned.
I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, I go outside my yard and it's just filled with pumpkins.
Yeah. You'll have to go, oh, I deserve that.
Oh, well, I would just let nature take its
I
course.
know you would.
I'm like, well, eventually it's all biodegradable. Fuck it.
The stink of rotten pumpkins.
Just go camping until it's all gone. Just don't be around anywhere.
That's a long fucking time camping, man.
Oh, yeah.
You have your own pumpkin patch.
Seeds and shit. That'd be so fucked up if the next year pumpkins start growing all over my yard. Awesome.
I wouldn't doubt that something would start growing.
Huh.
I mean, they are seeds. That's what fucking happens,
Yeah, that's true. That's what happens.
So.
It's just one of many pranks. There'll be more to come.
It could be a whole new business venture for you.
Yeah, that's true.
You didn't have
I'm
to do any work
"Holy
at all.
shit." I put up a sign for sale, pumpkins. I'm like, and I do it by weight, but I just kind of judge it by eyeball because I don't put out the effort to go actually buy a fucking scale.
You just pick it up.
That's $20. Like, what? For a pumpkin? It's like, well, yeah, you can go all the way out to a pumpkin patch, but this is right here in town.
The grocery store's right here in town.
Well, you know, that's commercial. If you want to have a commercial pumpkin, go ahead.
This is organic.
This is organic. This happened on its own, literally.
Nice.
Well, aside from the people that threw it there, the bastard children.
Wow.
We used to play this game at work called Would You Rather.
Would you rather? Yes, I am aware of Would You Rather, and I have opted out of it many, many times.
Well, they don't play it anymore where I work. Or anytime anytime a game starts up, I have the Would You Rather to end all Would You Rathers.
God, I don't. Wow. I have I heard it?
I believe at one point.
Yeah, okay. I think I may have heard it. You know they made that into a TV show, right?
Yeah, but
In
I
the
mean, if you're
UK.
gonna do a show, UK,
Yeah.
they can get away with a hell of a lot more. And like Australia, like
Yeah.
they can show like you can show a cock as long as it's flaccid in Australia. But as soon as it kind of goes past 90 degrees, it can't really show it anymore.
90 degrees.
90 degrees?
It's a geometric issue.
They like
It doesn't
what are
matter.
those things that you do degree measures on?
A protractor?
Yeah. They hold a protractor to the television screen and they're like,
That's how they issue
"Oi,
fines.
mate! Oh, it's about 89%. You still good? Crikey!"
They measure percentage points or degrees beyond. That's how much of a fine you get.
There was a new theme park and they were giving away. You could be the first person to ride it, but the catch was, and it's one of those where you like sit in there and you're dangling and it like flips.
Oh, your legs
Like
are
you're not
hanging
in a
there.
chair, like you're in like
A
a thing, but
vest,
you're
yeah.
like a vest, and you're being held up.
Right, right.
But everything else is dangling free.
Right.
The catch is that you had to do it naked,
Oh, shit.
and it had to be filmed for TV.
Oh, shit.
And so you got some guy on there, and it's like flipping around, and like there's a lot of floppy parts.
Dude, I don't even like doing jumping jacks, like, fully clothed,
I was gonna say
man.
naked. That's this conversation just took a weird turn. I don't like doing jumping jacks and knowing that underneath my clothes, my balls are slapping against my leg.
Fuck that. Knowing, I'm feeling, man. What the fuck?
Knowing and feeling, same thing. So the Would You Rather, that would end all Would You Rathers.
Oh, yes.
So,
Go ahead and...
And everybody has permission to use this if you're ever in a game and you don't want to play, or if you just want to come out on top. If you want to be the winner of this game.
Just cut to the chase. You want to end it right there. Go ahead. I have a feeling I've heard this one.
Alright.
You gotta make sure you get it right.
Yeah. Would you rather fuck your mom doggy style or your dad missionary?
Is that right? Or is it backwards?
Is it backwards?
I don't
Alright.
know.
Would you
One or
rather-
the other.
Would you rather fuck your mom missionary or your dad doggy style? No, but I think it's the first one
The
because
first one?
it's like, I don't know. All right, so here's the argument. At least from,
Here's the argument that makes it okay.
wow, that just fell apart. At least if you're, I think the last thing you want to do is fuck your own dad while looking him in his fucking eyes. I think that's the killer there.
Wow. It's fucked up, man.
Just a little bit of advice, you know. It's either or, and I think either or would be okay.
Wow. Well, apparently, according to you, my mom is hot, so I guess the choice is easy for
I'll be
me.
the judge of that. Just kidding. Well, I mean, if your dad definitely, huh?
6. Wow.
Yeah,
That's twisted.
I would fuck her, even if she was the ugliest, fucking biggest chud in the world. I would still fuck her just to tell you. I would take pictures and send it to you as I was doing it. I'd do a thumbs up and that little smile, like yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. Make her call me Poppy.
That's not... That's too far west.
Oh, then what would a Cuban say
I have no
during
idea.
sex?
I have no idea.
I would go Clinton on her then. Take a Cuban cigar. I could ram it inside of her. Try to light it, but it's way too fucking soaked. Like, well, I gotta set this aside for later.
Oh, Clinton.
And then I forget about it. I go to, like, light a cigar. I'm like, God damn, something smells fucking foul. I don't know, but if your mom's hot, I'd probably, like, open up the box and, like, sniff it.
Wow. This took a dark turn.
No?
Wow. I'm thinking about a whole new person for Prick of the Week.
You know, I actually thought about myself being the Prick of the Week.
Oh, I thought about it myself, too.
I'll be the number one.
Well, I thought of it more of in an altruistic light, because I figured, you know, after it gets going and people are listening to this regularly, they're going to be like, these guys are fucking assholes.
Well, at some point, we're going to have to be Prick of... So we're doing a segment, and we're going to take one person, one entity, a business, a group, people that rubbed us the wrong way, and we're going to tell you exactly why they rubbed us the wrong way and why they are a prick.
Yeah, I basically saw this thing falling out as initially, you know, we'd have to come up with it because there's no real audience yet, but at some point we might be able to take letters about somebody who did
Guess
somebody
what
else
happened
wrong.
to me? Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
just so we can hear the horror stories, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Eventually, we could use other people's experiences
Yeah.
and either have fun tearing somebody who is completely anonymous to us apart, you know?
Because you can only have so many pricks before you get AIDS.
Very true, I guess. But, yeah, so at this point, we're just picking people either that, yeah, like you said, have personally rubbed us the wrong way, or...
What did we decide on?
I think I decided that we should use the fucking pseudo-homeless.
Yeah, so it's the pseudo-homeless. You're a prick, and fuck you.
That's a little short-sighted.
Pseudo-homeless, come on. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the fucks that are on the street corners with their signs in marker with some fucking sob story. You know, maybe have like a gas can next to them, like a prop.
Yeah,
You know,
a
or
prop.
like a baby carriage with like a baby doll in it or something.
Yeah, well,
but people
they
that
found
after
the camo hat or whatever.
they like tuck one arm behind them
Yeah.
all day.
Like
I'm a vet. Hold
Yeah,
up one
fucking
arm.
Eddie Murphy from Trading Places. He's
Oh,
got
yeah.
the little rolling cart or whatever. Now, well, here's the thing though: is like I've seen it's become a trend almost, and I don't.
It's getting bad.
I
They're
realize
fucking
the economy
everywhere.
took a dive and everything, but fucking get a job.
Yeah,
like
or steal.
Yeah.
Wait, don't steal. Don't do that.
Actually, you know what? Go ahead. Fucking steal. I don't care. As long
Don't
as
give
you
them permission.
As long as you do it from some corporate, you know, whatever that is calculated for your fucking.
Oh yeah, where they
shrinkage,
do.
you know.
They're like, well, you know, we calculated 20% loss.
Yeah,
and,
fucking do it to those guys. They're the ruin of the damnation, anyways. Care as long
Don't
as
give
you
them permission.
But no, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There are legitimately people who are homeless. Like,
But these fucking pricks ruin it for the people that actually need it.
there was a guy who was sitting outside of a freaking McDonald's or something. He had a sign that said, wishing for a cheeseburger or something like that. So they went through the drive-thru, bought the food that they were going to get, and they bought an extra, like, what, the $1 cheeseburgers or whatever.
He's like, this is a Big Mac.
Yeah, well, no, like, they bought him
No.
like a number 5 and a $1 cheeseburger or something like that. You know, got him a Coke or whatever.
Yeah.
Got him, a meal plus, a little something. And the guy was like, oh, I was just looking for some money.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude.
I've heard that from several people. Where
Yeah, you hear it all the time.
they all give them a sandwich, and they're like, oh, I don't need that.
Yeah.
Or
Or,
like,
yeah.
your fucking sign says food,
Hungry,
anything will
yeah.
help.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
And then, what was it?
I need beer while
yeah.
I lie.
Yeah, well, hey, at least there's that, I mean, and, if I had extra money, I might fill a baggie full of quarters and chuck it at somebody's head.
Yeah.
But,
You know what's even worse is like when you go to a grocery store or
Yeah.
any like store and they're like, hey, do you want to donate $1 to save, I don't know,
crippled children or
crippled
something?
children?
A noble cause.
A noble cause of sorts. And they they take every single donation and they pull it into one big pot.
Right.
And then they take that big pot. It's not necessarily all going to go to the cause that you thought. Like, it's going to be dispersed to different charities. Like, your dollar is not necessarily going to go save titties that have cancer.
Right.
It's, it could be spread out to different causes. But that's not even what pisses me off. What pisses me off is that they pull it and they put out donations, but they put it in the company's name. It's not like, oh, our customers donated all this shit. It's, we as a company are donating, hundreds of thousands of dollars to a cause. They get a tax credit. So you're essentially giving the company money or less money that they have to spend on taxes through your fucking charity. They collectively...
Yeah, well, that's corporate greed for you.
Exactly.
And corporate greed
fuck those
should
guys.
be...
I would never give a dollar to any stores, especially after realizing that conclusion and hearing that that's how it works, is that they pull it and then they as a company claim it.
We'll definitely have to make corporate greed and CEOs prick of the week one week.
That should be every week.
Well, yeah. And the one other thing I wanted to say about those fuckers that are out there with their fucking signs, or whatever. I was driving in, and there's a complex, like a business complex,
Yeah.
and it's got, a bunch of different stores in it or whatever, and it's got, like, 5 or 6 little entrances, because it takes up, like, an entire, like, city block or whatever.
Yeah.
And at every single little entranceway, there is somebody with a sign that says, oh, I need money, or I'm, homeless, or anything, God bless, anything will help, blah, blah, blah. And they do it in shifts.
Yeah.
Because I've seen, there's always a milk crate there so they can sit down, hold up their sign, and the handoff. There's the guy, he must have been trading with the other guy, and they were talking to each other, like one guy hit him on the back of the head, and the other guy was like, oh, he got up. I saw that motherfucker. He walked down the little ramp, and he gets his fucking sign, he puts it in the back of a fucking car.
Yeah.
And his car was nicer than my car. Like, you son of a bitch. Like, don't get me wrong.
About how much they make.
You can live in a car, and that sucks or whatever, but fucking... you can.
No, but I've heard, there's some stories that were actually in the news, like, reporters and shit went out and, like,
well,
did
like
some scopes where these people have houses and that's how they make their fucking living. Like, how much they make more in a day tax-free than I make in a week.
Right,
nah,
right.
That's probably not true.
Well,
but they make more in a day than I make in a day.
Well, there's that kid. That kid just stands on the corner at Arco or whatever, where the AMPM was, the 2 main roads in town.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he could go out there and stand with his little fucking sign and says, anything helps.
Anything.
In need. And fucking... I was getting gas at the gas station there where he used to stand, and I was talking to the guy, because it's one of those places where you have to get out and go inside to pay, right? And
it's just fucking annoying as fuck.
Yeah, it is. So I'm out there talking to this guy, and I go there all the time because their gas sucks, and so, like, I go through it really fast.
Yeah. It's terrible gas.
It's watered down or whatever, but, so anyways, yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. So I'm talking to the guy knows me, and so every time I go in and get gas, we talk for a second. Like, the kid was walking through the little parking lot or whatever, where the pumps are, and telling him basically what I was telling you about all those assholes who go out there and fucking beg for money, and they really have jobs and shit, or not jobs, but like houses and cars and shit. The guy tells me, oh yeah, well, the damnedest thing about that little fucking punk, we offered him a job. We were, 2 people had quit, somebody else got fired, we were running this whole place with like 3 people or whatever, and it was just like, nobody was getting any sleep, everybody's working all the time, and so they're trying to hire somebody, and I went out there and talked to the kid, he says, I said, hey, look, man, if you want, we can give you a uniform, get you a shower or whatever it is you need, we can get you set up, and we can even, like, front you some cash till your first paycheck rolls through, is like a week or whatever, and the kid's like, oh, no, thanks, I make way more than you do.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, no, seriously.
I guess
and so
anything helps isn't accurate.
Yeah, and so
what a fuckhead.
Yeah, needless to say, that kid lost his corner.
Yeah.
they were like, fuck you, get
it's
in the
not like
corner.
throwing buckets of water and shit.
No, they just told him to fucking leave. They're like, we can't have you there, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, public property. He's like, no, we can fix that, sort of thing. I don't know what they did, but he disappeared.
I was running a restaurant in Vancouver, and there's always this couple that would kind of trade off, or one would work, because it was like a shopping center, and so there was multiple entrances.
Right.
And, like, one will work one entrance, one will work the other, and it was near, like, an off-ramp for the highway.
Right.
And so it gives a lot of traffic that comes through there. They would come in and borrow a Sharpie and then always have, like, some new fucking sob story every goddamn day.
So
one was like they were out of gas, and then, of course, they had their little fucking prop, of a
The
gas
gas
can
can,
next
yeah.
to him, which
Yeah.
who doesn't need fucking gas?
Yeah, no shit, right?
Yeah, shit's expensive. It's just crazy.
Well, and then, I don't know, though. There's your fucking prick of the week.
Fucking
A.
fucking guy.
That fucking guy.
Specifically.
Well,
But not, and all the other
all
fucks
the other
that
ones
do
are
it
fakers.
because
The pseudo-homeless and the other fakers alike, you are the prick of the week. But I will say this. Did you ever
it's a
see...
system.
Huh?
It's a system that
Yeah.
keeps getting fed. People just keep fucking...
Well, yeah.
As long as people are giving them money. And it ruins it for the fucks that actually need money.
Are fucking schizo and crazy.
Yeah, or
fucking-
can't hold a job,
Yeah.
that they have nowhere else to go, and it really fucking ruins it for those people. But
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know.
what can you do, man? Assholes are everywhere.
Yeah, it's true. You're surrounded.
People, every fucking system that's put out there's people out there that are going to test it. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah. But I did get an email once from somebody, and it was just like funny bum signs or something like that.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
ever see that?
no.
Uh,
Possibly. Who knows?
There's one guy who's like, family kidnapped by ninjas, need $5 for karate lessons. And there's one guy who's like wrapped up in one of those like fucking blankets, and it's like homeless Jedi.
Yeah.
He has a
awesome.
cloak and all those other ones. Like, and I actually, to tell you the truth, if I was well off enough, that would be the motherfucker that I'd give money to, because at least he put a fucking smile on my face.
Well, then what's the difference between some fucking guy or girl on the corner of the street versus, like, have you ever gone to Vegas, or there's places in California, I think Hollywood, where the people dress up like a character.
Oh, what, like the fucking Robot Man and shit?
Like the Robot Man? I saw fucking Bumblebee, the Transformers. Like people that dress up like a character.
Performance artists?
The guy, yeah, performance artists.
Yeah, yeah.
And so they go out, they dress up like that, and then the idea is you give them money to take a picture with them. If you try to take a picture of them without paying them, they'll try to dodge you and shit, or like fuck up the picture somehow.
Huh. Well, I guess the difference between that would be...
I mean, they put a little effort in it. They invested, yet... Well, alright, they are offering a service, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want to, like, fucking some poorly dressed Michael Jackson fucking look-alike.
Prostitutes?
Prostitutes?
They offer a service.
That's true.
I'm just saying, yeah, you should fucking do something for your
Exactly.
fucking money.
And so you're saying the guy that was holding the sign that has something comical, like homeless Jedi or whatever you said.
Right. Need $5.
Yeah,
for
I need
karate
$5. They just gave you a little giggle, like
Yeah.
that was a service of sorts.
Well, yeah. I guess yeah. But I mean, let's be realistic. I'm not going to give anybody any money.
Oh no shit!
Because
That's if I'm well off.
Yeah, I
am
said
not well
I
off.
prefixed it with if I were well off enough to,
Yeah,
I
the
would.
qualifiers.
Yeah, that would be the person that I might give money to, just because because you can't tell who's fucking faking and who's actually real. Like,
No,
you
you
know
can't.
what I mean?
You can't.
You
Because
know?
they just wear the shitty garb or, wear some fucking camo and shit and say that they're a vet.
Right. Yeah, and that's a whole wrongness in itself, but, whatever. I just think that they deserved it. Fucking prick of the week.
Yes. Prick of the week. Each show, we like to take a news story or something in the media.
Something that's happened.
Something that has happened. We kind of discuss it.
It's like, what's that? MST3K?
Mystery Science Theater
Yeah.
2000. We just kind of look at something and then we fucking make fun of it.
Yeah. Commentary.
Social commentary.
Fucked up news with director's cut commentary.
So have you ever heard of the Cinnamon Challenge?
I've heard the words put together, but I have no idea what it is. I have a feeling that I might know what it is.
What would you think it would be?
Well, I'm thinking it's something stupid like where you fucking eat a spoonful of straight cinnamon or something like that. Like, because remember, was it the milk gallon challenge where if you can drink a gallon of milk in under an hour?
Which is foul. I don't even like drinking a glass of milk.
Well, I
A
know,
whole
but
fucking gallon.
Some people like it, and apparently it's like physically impossible to do, and so you just start hurling at a certain point.
Well, you'd be wrong. That is not the Cinnamon Challenge.
Oh, really?
No, you're right.
I was going to say, somebody decided to snort it, didn't they?
Yeah, well, you snort it until you start fucking bleeding and hemorrhaging. So I don't know, I'm sure if I put effort into it I could find it, but I don't know who fucking started it, but...
Some sadistic motherfucker, I'm sure.
You take a spoonful of ground cinnamon, just regular cinnamon, no fucking sugar, straight cinnamon.
Like out of the spice fucking shaker.
Yeah. Take a spoonful. It has to be ground cinnamon, not the fucking stick,
Right.
So ground cinnamon, to be specific.
Okay.
Into
So
their
it's the
mouth.
ground cinnamon challenge.
Yeah. If you want to be accurate. Take a spoonful, put it in your mouth, and you try to swallow it. And it's...
Excruciating?
It's excruciating. It's near impossible. I think the people that can do it are very, very, very few, far between. And so it hits the throat, and you go to swallow, and then it's poof, like a dragon smoke of fucking cinnamon. And the person that took the challenge is fucking lying on the ground, coughing, gasping for air, while their fucking asshole friends are laughing their asses off.
So
because they know what the fuck's gonna happen.
So is there like a trick to it? Like, what is it? Those ultra hot wings. Like all the restaurants have like the super spicy hot wings or whatever. The insano hot wings, And then like if you can eat 6 of them or 12 of them, you can...
you win a fucking t-shirt.
Yeah, and they take a fucking Polaroid.
A lot of places, they not even Polaroid, it's all digital, and they put you up on like one of those picture frames, the digital picture frame that flashes through. So it literally takes no fucking effort to...
I guess maybe I'm a little old school. I remember the fucking corkboard with the thumbtacks and the Polaroids in it.
I'm sure they still exist.
But, yeah, and like they say, oh yeah, it's pretty crazy, but we'll give you a glass of milk in case you start to die.
Yeah. Well, you coat it.
Yeah.
I wonder if you just eat a bunch of Elmer's glue or something first off. Just put a sealant all over your that would help.
You chew ice chips for an hour before you go eat the hot wings.
Drugs, a lot of drugs. Just get really fucked up and you won't care.
Yeah.
And that'd be worth the whole t-shirt. The free t-shirt.
Well, I don't know that anybody's offering a t-shirt for the cinnamon challenge.
No, this is literally nobody's offering this. These are fucking kids and then they go...
Well, that's what I'm saying though, is I'm wondering if there's a trick to fucking, at least extinguish the pain if the guy on the floor is in, or if he just has to be a man and tough his way through it.
Well, what they're saying...
Because isn't that shit poisonous?
So, yeah, they're getting a tremendous amount of calls from poison centers.
Right.
This will happen, and people can't breathe. Because it's essentially, if you look at the cinnamon stick as a whole, it's like a bark. So you ground that up, and it's going to be an irritant for your lungs.
Right.
You inhale that shit. People's lungs have collapsed.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's fucking not good at all. And so somehow this is a bad idea. I don't know why. I've heard about this cinnamon challenge for a long time now.
So I'm assuming
over a
this
year,
shit's on YouTube.
And this is the first fucking time I just saw this on the news last week.
Oh.
And saw this on the internet, front page saying, oh, this is a bad idea, don't do this. Well, no fucking shit. Eating a spoonful of fucking cinnamon?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to realize that that's probably a bad idea.
People are being poisoned and sickened, and then they've seen a rise in calls to poison centers. Like the milk challenge, why the fuck do we have a need to do these stupid fucking challenges? Where it's literally...
College.
It's a college experience. Well, just getting drunk and trying to get laid isn't good enough anymore.
Apparently not. We're in an instant gratification sort of world now.
I guess.
Technology has upped the bar.
Yeah.
We're getting smarter in one sense, so we have to get dumber somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
They call it dragon breath. And
oh, shit.
It comes out.
I don't even like cinnamon gum. I don't know why anybody...
I know, I like cinnamon. And I'm Hispanic, of sorts. I'm a quarter Hispanic.
What does
I
that
should
have
love
to...
chocolate, and I should love cinnamon. Churros, dude.
Oh, yeah, churros.
Come on.
Fucking churros, alright.
I was thinking about the cinnamon sticks that we offer at work.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's just
What's
a white man's churro.
White man's churro. What cinnamon sticks are you talking about?
We do instead of...
I thought you were talking about the actual stick, like the bark.
No.
Okay. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Like cinnamon bread.
Yeah, okay.
In a twist form.
No,
it's a baked good.
Yeah, it's a dessert of sorts.
But then, I don't like cinnamon toast. I don't like cinnamon toast crunch cereal.
Really? That's just
I wouldn't go out of
okay.
my way. If it was there that between cornflakes, then yes.
What's the matter? You don't like cornflakes? Cornflakes aren't bad.
Nobody fucking chooses cornflakes.
I eat cornflakes.
And all right, let me retract that. Poor people like cornflakes.
You son of a
Cornflakes and
bitch.
grape jelly.
Oh, grape jelly.
It's the cheapest one.
Is it?
Yeah. Go the next time you're at the fucking store, look at the price of jellies, and grape jelly is going to be your fucking cheapest.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Okay, so yeah, that sounds awful and all, but I think I have something that might top it. And
Oh, yeah?
I'm not entirely sure. Anybody who's worked at the movie theater in the 90s
Yeah.
to early 2000s could probably verify this. Theater popcorn is like one of the foulest substances on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
If you've ever been in the industry.
Uh-huh.
Because they use like coconut oil to pop it up. Like it's
Yeah.
literally a fucking, it's a big fucking popcorn popper
Mhm.
thing, right? And coconut oil is, I guess, really bad for you. But anyways, it's
Bad.
there's this little tiny fucking measuring cup. And I don't even know what it is. It's like, it literally looks like those little tiny cups for like when you're putting chlorine in like a hot tub or something like that. It's like tiny.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
like, yeah, it's like
A little tiny measuring cup
Yeah.
of sort.
and
Hot tub.
I just,
You live in a fucking apartment.
my parents had a hot tub.
How's your mom doing?
Wow. Anyways, the stuff's not soluble in water. It's this yellow fucking salt that seasons, like, you put in, like, a giant fucking scoop of popcorn seeds
Yeah.
into this thing, and then you hit this button, and there's coconut oil that shoots into, like, the big popper pan or whatever. And for every, like, giant scoop of fucking seeds, you put in one tiny little scoop of this neon yellow fucking salt.
Yeah.
Like I said, not dissolvable in water, and so
That's fucked up.
and we did this because I was like, that's got to be radioactive. It's got to be. It's got to be something.
Like, this ain't right. Not natural.
And you fucking put it into, like, we filled up a little Dixie cup full of water, and we put this yellow salt in it, and pulled it out, put it on the table again, and like the outside of it was a little wet, but like if you just touched it or whatever, totally dry.
Huh.
It's some foul stuff.
Just imagine, like, I guess that a little bit, this spread on quite a bit of popcorn, but we ingest that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm sure it comes out of you like that.
Yeah, but see, okay, we're talking about a giant little fucking scoop of seeds.
Yeah.
Think about how much popcorn that is. Like,
Yeah, for sure. A shit ton of popcorn.
yeah, that's
fill
a
the
shit.
whole fucking
And
thing.
so even if you get the fucking extra jumbo fucking popcorn, that's only like at most a quarter of the seeds that went in there. And so they did this initiation where they took one of those little fucking Dixie cups and they fill it like, half an inch, quarter of an inch, the bottom with this nasty yellow salt. Then they take the tills and put them on the counter. And they'd say, if you can get all of this salt down without any water, you don't get any water, only after you've gotten it all down can you start drinking it, because it doesn't make a fucking difference. It's not soluble in water, but we will give you everything in these tills. Like,
right then and there, you should know something is fucking bad.
it's fucked. But it's the new guy, and you want everybody to like you or whatever, and so I saw this kid puke his guts out, man, for like half an hour.
It's like, I would have been better liked if I hadn't have done this.
Yeah.
Now they're going to remember you, hey, fucking Puko.
Yeah, but like,
Just hand him a mop. Like,
yeah,
come on.
he had to go home.
Some fucking dignity.
He had to go home. That's when we stopped doing it. Is when this kid puked his guts out for half an hour
All it takes is one person to ruin it for fucking everybody.
in the lobby, and it was a miracle that nobody fucking came out from their movie to see this disaster going on. And we would have all been fired if that would have happened.
Yeah, no
but
shit.
it was just awful. And your cinnamon challenge reminds me of this.
Foul. It's dumb.
Yeah.
I just in the high school, like, I did dumb shit, but it wasn't anything like that. Drinking fucking milk, eating salt.
Yeah.
That in itself just sounds dumb.
Well, it's not any dumber than, here, eat this spoonful of ground cinnamon.
Yeah. Which I've also not partaken in.
That's not even the dumbest thing that kids do. I mean, I guess, I don't know if kids are still doing it or if they've replaced it with Facebook.
You can't do air quotes on a podcast.
Okay, well, air quotes, kids,
Quote unquote.
quote unquote, kids are still doing it or if they replaced it with fucking Facebook and Twitter and shit. But did you ever hear about those asphyxiation parties?
Asphyxiation parties?
Yeah. I think girls were doing it more than guys were.
Alright. What's that?
It's like they would like choke each other.
And make them pass out?
Yeah. Well, sort of, like,
Oh, that has rape written all over it.
Well, I mean, I guess it was like a slumber party. There was a whole Dateline or 60 Minutes or some shit on it. I think even Dr. Phil got in on it. They're like, oh, kids are going to slumber parties and choking each other. And it's supposed to be like the head rush, you know?
Well, they all fucking choke each other while they masturbate just to come harder.
I don't.
Yeah. Who's that, David Koresh, or who's the Kung Fu guy?
Kung Fu guy.
Yeah, Kung Fu.
Kung Fu?
Yeah, Kung Fu.
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, from the movie Kung Fu?
Or the TV show.
Oh, Kung Fu.
That Kung Fu.
That guy. Yeah, I don't know. What about him?
Who did I say? That's how he died.
David Koresh?
Yeah. Wait. Let me fact check.
Okay, I forgot about Kung Fu. I just remember it was some... Which I never understood. It was some, like, monk walking around, dressed like a fucking cowboy, walking around, like, the West. How the fuck did he get here? What is he doing here? Or is that just supposed to be, like, the deserts of China?
Who did I say? David Koresh is not who I was talking about.
Filled with white people.
Do you know who David Koresh is?
No.
Do you remember the Waco, Texas event?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Good thing I fact checked that, because that's not how he died at all.
Yeah, well, I think we put somewhere in the warning that we don't know what we're talking about. Oh, man. Do you really want to talk about David Koresh, or do you want to talk about Mr. Kung Fu?
David Carradine.
Carradine.
Carradine?
Well, okay. Carradine, apparently.
He died June 3rd, 2009. He was found in, I believe it was a hotel room, like a closet. He was jerking off and then was hanging himself and didn't get unhung in time. And so he fucking died.
It took too long to come?
Yes, it took too long to go. It's like, I'm almost there. Oh, fuck yeah, white lights. I'm like, oh, look at these angels, these big fucking titties. And then it was too late. Not David Koresh.
Awesome.
But that is incredibly dumb.
Yeah, well, like I said.
Why would you... I had, when I was in 5th grade, I had a neighbor that was in 3rd grade, and he was like, do you want to see a red balloon? And then held his breath, and his face got bright fucking red. Passed out, slammed his face in the back of the couch. His fucking teeth were through his lips.
Oh, shit. He did this in 3rd grade?
So I guess I learned early on it's not
Not do
worth it.
stupid shit? God.
Wrong David.
Well, at least you didn't say it was David Hasselhoff.
You know that fucking David Hasselhoff guy? He died.
Wow. See, I would believe that.
Yeah, but it would have to be something like skin cancer or...
Or, I don't know, cirrhosis of the liver. Drunk driving.
Alright. I guess it could be a variety of things. But I feel like skin cancer was in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. Some sort of
Baywatch.
weird STD. Something.
That was too far.
No. Okay, I'm sorry. Some sort of German STD.
That was better. Just to jump back to the theater a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
The butter.
Oh,
What is
yeah.
it?
You don't want to know.
I do know, but you're going to tell me.
You don't want to...
I don't even think they can legally fucking call it butter.
I wouldn't call it butter.
Unless they named it. That's the brand name is butter.
But it's butter.
Butter. It's like crab with a K.
Yeah. No, it's really kind of weird. It comes in a jug, and so it's not like stick butter,
No.
or margarine or anything.
Uh-uh.
I don't know. Margarine's some nasty shit, but I think it might be better than the stuff they put on your popcorn.
Partially hydrogenated soybean oil.
Yeah.
But it has no flavor, and they fucking warm it up, and it just makes you think that there's fucking...
Oh, so it's placebo effect?
It's the placebo. All it is like, It doesn't have any flavor to it. It's not going to add anything to your fucking popcorn. It just
Grease.
psychologically, yeah, just the grease where your popcorn will glisten a little bit because the butter flavoring's already in the fucking
Salt.
in the salt.
Yeah.
And I think that probably just enhances slightly, but not enough to have.
We had a salt
soybean
shaker
oil.
of regular salt too, which I never understood since that stuff was so hardcore.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it comes in a jug and it looks like dish soap, kind of.
I worked at McDonald's when I was like 15 or 14.
I'm sorry.
Well, it didn't last long. To salt the fries, you have to do it in the shape of an M. So you take the fries out of the oil, the hot oil.
Right.
They're cooked. You dump it in the bin. They have a salt shaker. And then back then, I don't know if they've changed it or whatever, but then I was trained to do the sprinkle salt, but in the shape of an M over the fries.
Wow.
It's just like a visual product placement.
Yeah,
instead of-
subliminal.
or, yeah, subliminal.
Subliminal training, on the
It's
job
like-
training. Well, that's like what
I
dairy...
tried to do a capital M. They're like, no, fucker, arches.
Oh, it's like Dairy Queen and their little fucking Q on the top of the sundaes and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a Q.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like
I never even thought of
They
that.
fucking train you to do that shit,
But dude,
apparently.
it's gotta be a Q, man. We're
Yeah,
the queen.
to get that little fucking thing on top, and then...
Like, queen doesn't mean what it used to.
Yeah, no shit.
The dairy fags.
Yeah. What was it? There was some other ones, too. It was like what you did with the mustard and the ketchup, too. It was supposed to be like, you make
I'm
an
sure they
X.
did that with, like, an M on your fucking burger if
Yeah.
you lift it up.
Yeah.
It's just like a smeared...
Well-
no, but they had, like, caulking guns.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
Taco Bell's got that shit, too. It's
Yeah.
kind of disturbing.
They have
There's
a caulking gun of the
guacamole.
meat. They just suck up the meat.
Yeah. No. That's...
Really?
Yeah. That shit's awful, man. Like, everything. Like, it's like working at a fucking construction site or something,
Yeah.
You got the meat gun, the sour cream gun, the guacamole gun, the bean gun.
Yeah.
The only
That should be their motto is we got cock.
They can. It's already your motto.
Well, your mom's the one that gave me the nickname, so I proudly wear it.
Wow. Yeah, it's a little disturbing though. Fast food's awful. Nobody should eat fast food.
I agree. You shouldn't.
You shouldn't, but
You do because it's easy and convenient and
Cheap.
Way too cheap.
yeah. Well, there's a reason America's fat.
Hey, I like cheeseburgers.
I like cheeseburgers too, but fucking A, man. I always regret it. The second I take a bite, I just regret it. I'm like, oh, that was bad.
That's how I feel after Taco Bell.
I don't even eat Taco
I
Bell
haven't
anymore.
eaten Taco Bell for
I
years.
I don't even eat McDonald's anymore, really. I'll get some fries
It's like
every
late
once in
night
a while.
stoner food.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh fuck yeah, like this. It looks appealing, but as soon as you eat it, you're like, oh fuck, why the hell did I do that?
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's like, because McDonald's has got good fries, but all their, like,
They
burger...
get number fucking one in the Zagat Awards
They're
for fries every fucking year.
well, it's because they're fucking good.
Allegedly.
I'm sure they're really
but they
bad
come
for it.
fucking frozen. I mean, there's a process in there somewhere
Yeah.
that, I don't know, they're doing, it's consistent, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean...
Until you get, like, the undercooked fries or the really cold ones that have been sitting there for
Yeah,
fucking
then they're
ever.
gross,
But
but
the undercooked ones piss me the fuck off.
Burger King's fries are disgusting. But
I
their
don't eat a Burger King either.
their burgers are way better than McDonald's.
Charbroiled.
Yeah, and that's just paint.
They just spray lines on it.
I don't know. It's weird because it's like every fast food place has like the one thing that's better than all the other ones.
So somebody needs to steal the recipe to each of those elements and make one restaurant.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
What? So we got fries, we got burger. What else do you fucking need?
Well, Dairy Queen's got the stranglehold on the freaking like the shakes and the
Yeah, but
blizzards
they're
and
trying to
stuff.
change their image to the chill and grill. Have
Oh
you seen those signs?
no.
Where instead of like the big Dairy Queen, it says Dairy Queen Chill and Grill. And in huge letters. So they're trying to create this image of, we don't just have fucking ice cream, people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I get out of it. I don't really
Yeah.
fucking know. It's not like I read like a mission statement from Dairy Queen or anything, but just the image that they're creating, it just seems like they're trying to push the grill thing.
Yeah, well,
But their food's alright.
their food's not
It's
bad.
not bad. There's always fucking weird looking people working there. At least the one here in town.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
then drinks. Pepsi products?
I don't know. I don't eat enough fast food to tell you. Like,
yeah, but I mean, are you a Coke or Pepsi guy?
I go in phases. No,
something really sweet this week. I'll go with Pepsi. You know, something that's gonna burn the fuck out of my throat. I think I'll go with Coke today.
I don't know. It's like Coke's best when it's from a glass bottle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's all soda was better when it was in a glass bottle.
Mm-hmm.
But now that it's just all fucking bag in a box, through a fountain. Like I
It's
don't
all
even.
mixed.
Yeah, I don't drink soda that much anymore. The closest I get to soda is like a freaking Red Bull, and that Mountains is awful in itself, I'm sure. But I'm going to ignore that for the time being because I intend to drink one tomorrow.
Awesome. Good for you. Soda's so fucking bad for you.
Well, yeah, I don't know. My neighbor came out the other day, and
He's
I was
gay?
no,
Oh.
no. Actually,
I mean, that's cool if he is. I mean, I don't care what other people do.
There's a side
What's your
story.
motto? You have the best fucking motto in the world.
The best motto.
Yeah, your motto to life.
No one cares what you think or want. What?
No, it's a better one, man. Come on.
I don't care what you fucking do.
Just don't let it affect me.
Yeah, just don't let it affect me.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what you do, just don't let it affect me. Everybody should take that fucking motto and apply it to themselves.
Yeah.
Shit doesn't really fucking matter. Just
Yeah.
don't let it affect me.
Yeah.
And we're not talking like you're mentally damaged because of that, because that's your own fucking baggage. If somebody's like physically fucking with you,
Yeah.
then that's affecting you.
Well, yeah. Don't go fucking let the air out of my tires or fucking don't affect my life in a negative way or
Yeah.
I don't know. Do whatever you want as long as I can ignore you or go somewhere else to where you're not my problem. I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel about it. But oh yeah, so my neighbor, he comes out the other day. I'm out there and I'm smoking a cigarette and I'm going over to the Coke machine because I had like some rum or something. He comes pulling out and he drives by me. He goes, you should quit that. That shit is gonna kill you. And I thinking he's talking about my left hand, which has got my cigarette in it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can.
Yeah, I've already given up on life.
Life sucks.
You know the show, you're going to be kicked off the show when you have to talk to a fucking machine or you have a hole in your fucking throat.
Yeah.
We'll probably keep you around just to make fun of you, but...
Oh, yeah. Well, stem cell research in Russia is probably going to take care of that.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, and I'm like, oh, yeah, quit, And he's like, oh, no, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about that soda. That shit's going to fucking kill you. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah. And apparently he quit drinking soda for like a month and he dropped like 10 pounds or something like that.
I quit drinking soda and I dropped a lot and then I started drinking again.
Yeah. I was just like,
Vicious cycle. But do you remember the back of the soda machine where you're working at now?
Oh, yeah.
Where the
drain?
The drain.
Yeah.
And there's just like a big,
slug.
it turns into like a gelatin slug.
Yeah.
And you think like that shit is pumping through your veins.
Like I
and you
drank
see
that.
it come out of this
Yeah.
tube and it sits and rests and it
Like-
turns all gelatinous.
Yeah, like I drank some of that shit. Well, and I'm sure that's
Wow.
probably a big factor as to why I don't drink that stuff unless I'm consuming alcohol.
Yeah, I mean you have to have that mix of.
Well,
You don't have to.
no, but yeah. So
If you want to be a bitch about it, you want to mix it with something.
I guess I don't know.
I like rum and coke.
Yeah, I'm on a screwdriver kick right now
Hmm.
because at least I'll get some vitamin C.
That's
And I figure
the only way I
probably
drink orange juice.
I figure it's probably better for me to have a little bit of juice and fruit
Yeah.
in my diet.
Huh.
But yeah. Okay, so side story about the same neighbor. I was going outside to smoke a cigarette or whatever, looking at this pimped out Escalade, right? I open my door, I see this big pimped out Escalade, spinning rims,
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff on it. Like, whoa, what the fuck, So I'm walking down the stairs, down to the sidewalk, and these girls are coming up the stairs. Like, 2 girls are coming up the
In one
stairs.
cup?
What?
2 girls in 1 cup?
No,
Oh.
but maybe, who knows? At that point, I did not know. But, just scantily dressed, like I could see all the way down this one girl's shirt because there was a big fucking hole in the middle of it, you know, like skirt up to her neck sort of stuff, like hoochies.
Yeah.
Right? And so I'm going downstairs, and they're going upstairs, and they're laughing, having a good old time, and I'm like, where the fuck are they going? You know, and they go into my neighbor's door. I'm like, wow. He must have had a decent...
Escorts? Yeah, decent months.
Decent paycheck or something. Good for him, you know?
Craigslist hookup.
Yeah, and apparently they were like his daughter's friends or whatever. So
great, he got them on the cheap.
Yeah.
You can't get cheaper than free.
Yeah, it was amazing. I was like, instant. You know how you get that instant judgment? I was like, nah, I was just like, wow, here comes the Hoochie Squad. And I'm like, where are they going? Oh my God, they're going next door. Good for him.
Loud music starts playing.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, I'm thankful that my bedroom wall does not share a wall, because, yeah, that's not an image I need.
Yeah.
Good for him, but I don't want to think about it anymore.
No.
Yeah.
I see your point.
Yeah. But
neighbor. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah, he's a super nice guy, but, you know.
He deserves, to get his knob played with every now and then, I guess, by some hoochies.
Yeah, well, like I said, it turned out to be, like, his daughter's friend, so it was just like, wow.
Well, don't roll anything out. I mean...
I guess I never asked him about it, so, I mean, I could be completely wrong, but whatever.
Girls want to come sleep over tonight?
Wow.
I got wine coolers.
No, he drinks tequila, man.
Oh,
yeah, ugh.
Ugh.
All right, well.
I feel like that's an episode, right?
Sure.
That is it. Go fuck yourselves and each other. Hard.
You got any questions, comments, want to tell us to basically go fuck ourselves? You can go ahead and email us at comedicunrest@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter or Facebook. Also visit us at comedicunrest.com.
This has been a Lines Cross Productions.
Finn.